Welcome to Rome Actually YouTube channel. Today we visit Anagni, which is a historic town just a short day trip from Rome. It's a place packed with beauty, history and charm. We will kick off with the Palace of Bonifacio VIII, where you can feel the presence of popes and the weight of history in every room. Then we will take you to lunch at Tratto, Pesce for excellent seafood dishes, and after that we spend an hour at the Piazza Innocenzo III. Next up, we visit Museo della Cattedrale, which is home to incredible treasures from the Anagni Cathedral. This place is where art and history come together, and it's truly something to see and not miss. We will wrap up with a visit to Crypt of San Magno, which is famous for its colorful frescoes. Along the way, we will also share tips on getting to Anagni from Rome, whether by car, public transport, or with a tour. Plus, we will guide you on how to book museum tickets and where to find the best place to eat. So if you are ready for a day filled with culture, history, and unforgettable sights, let's dive into the wonders of Anagni together.
We are entering the palace of Bonifacio VIII, the Pope Boniface VIII. We just bought the ticket. The ticket is €6, and included in the ticket is also audio guide that it's in every language. This is the very first room with paintings. And now from here, obviously each painting you can see there is a number that you can choose in the audio guide. And from this first room, after listening, we are gonna take this spiral staircase that takes us upstairs to the second floor, which is the main floor of the palace, the most interesting with all the frescoes. Now we are in the second floor of the Palace of Boniface VIII, and we are starting here. It starts the route, the visit route. And again, in every piece, in every place, there is a number that we can choose in the audio guide. We are visiting the palace of the Pope Boniface VIII. In the second floor, all the rooms are frescoed. You can see here there are flowers. Also there, this walls are frescoed with flowers pattern. Here are birds. Here are different types of flowers and checkboards, like a chess, sort of a chess boards. In every room, there are the numbers that you can press to listen to the explanation. This is very interesting because the audio guide tells you the physical building, the explanation of all the frescoes and the buildings, but they also talk about the history of the Pope with all the wars and the battles there were between noble families, the Colonna, the Caetani, during the Middle Ages. So obviously the wars and the battles for supremacy in the area. Here, it's called the slap room because Boniface VIII is also famous to have received a slap. Obviously, this is rather than a physical slap. It's meant like it's intended to be a moral slap. Just a little tip about the restaurant. We had our lunch in a restaurant in Piazza Innocenzo III, which you will find right between the Palace of Boniface VIII and the Duomo. We stopped there because it's Sunday and it's the only one we found open. But if you go off the piazza, on the tiny road that you will see before climbing the little stairs going to the Duomo, which is Strada Vittorio Emanuele, you will see this one, Tratto Pesce. It's a seafood restaurant, and it's much better. It's all seafood. You will find the first course, the second course, and the starters and the cakes, and also fixed menu, which is available between Monday and Thursday. On the weekend, you will find the a la carte menu. I suggest you come here, especially if you eat seafood. I suggest you come here because the other one that we tried, we found it a little bit like very touristy, not really great, authentic quality. So we are after lunch. We are in Anagni in the Piazza Innocenzo III. It's the historic center. We visited the palace of the Pope Boniface VIII, which is down there. We had lunch right here in the restaurant Vittorio Emanuele because it was the only one open because today is Sunday. Here is the Proloco, tourist information point. So whatever you need, they help you understand the city. Now we have the appointment booked for the cathedral and the museum of the cathedral. The cathedral is very famous for its crypt because it's very much decorated. To enter for the cathedral, the museum of the cathedral, it's mandatory to book. And you can do this online. On the description below, you will see the link to do this. Let's go now. After taking the steep stairs that you see with the sign Ingresso al Museo della Cattedrale, Ingresso al Duomo from Piazza Innocenzo III, we are here. This is the cathedral, and here you see the bell tower of the cathedral. If you have been already inside the palace of Boniface VIII, you will remember that in the Sala delle Oche, the Hall of the Goose, there is a double window from where you can see the bell tower of the cathedral. Now here you are on the other side, and here is the bell tower, very beautiful. Right beside the cathedral itself, you will see a sign, a red sign, with written Ingresso Museo. So it's the entrance to the museum of the cathedral. It's still closed because it opens at 3. We have booked our entrance for 3. The admission, it's mandatory to book. You can do it online. You can do the request online. There is a form that you need to fill asking for the specific date and time you wish to visit, how many people you are, and you give your email, you send a request, and then you wait for the staff of the museum to answer and to confirm your confirmation of the booking. Now we are waiting for them to open and do our visit.
When you enter the cathedral and pay for your entrance fee, you will see a QR code that you can scan with your phone and listen to the audio guides, and I suggest that you take your headphones with you. The very first thing that you will see in the cathedral is the library. It's packed with 1,800 books, some from as far back as the 15th century. Next, you enter the chapter house where the church's council once met. The ceiling of this place has amazing frescoes, and the wooden furniture here dates back to the 1800s. Next is the sacristies. You will find Anagni's finest artifacts, including gold and silver treasures, plus 16th century sculptures of the town's patron saints. And then we enter the treasury. The collection here started in the 9th century and grew with the gifts from Pope Boniface VIII. Some highlights include the Thomas Becket relics box, which is a beautiful 13th century piece from Limoges, and some of Europe's oldest veils are here. Now we step into the magnificent Cathedral of Anagni, built in 1104 and blending Romanesque as well as Gothic style architecture. It's like walking through centuries of history. Take a look at the beautiful floor patterns. Each tile tells its own history. Then look up to catch the detailed frescoes on the walls, along with the ancient bishop's chair and the impressive Easter candlestick. Near the altar area, there is a beautiful Virgin and Child fresco that feels alive with color and history. Every corner here has something to be told and discovered. And there is more. 2 frescoed crypts lie beneath the cathedral floor that you cannot miss. First, we enter the Oratory, which is dedicated to St. Thomas Becket, the English archbishop who was martyred in Canterbury Cathedral in 1170. This crypt still holds the ancient sacrificial altar. The walls here come alive with an entire cycle of frescoes that were likely created after Beckett's canonization in 1173. There are scenes from the Old and New Testaments, images of saints and apostles, the Last Judgment, and moments from St. Thomas Beckett's own life, including his dramatic martyrdom. This chapel and the crypt are packed with layers of history, art, and faith that make them truly memorable. And finally, we visit the crypt of San Magno. It's a hidden gem of medieval art. This crypt hosts 550 square meters of stunning frescoes created by 3 of the era's top artist workshops between the 12th and 13th centuries. Here, you will see fascinating stories of Ark of the Covenant, scenes from the Revelation of John of Patmos, and a glimpse into medieval views on science and salvation. Among the relics here, you will find those of Saint Magnus, who was Anagni's patron, and Saint Secundina, who was the first martyr of this town. This crypt is a journey through art, faith, and history that's simply unforgettable, and I strongly suggest that you make sure to visit this one.
We are done with the visit to the Cathedral Museum and Cathedral. It was amazing. The crypt is gorgeous. And we are done with our day trip from Rome to Anagni. All in all, it's a very nice day trip. We came in the morning, late morning, and now it's afternoon. We are getting ready to head back to Rome. We visited the palace of the Pope Boniface VIII and the cathedral with the museum. There is another palace, another building to visit in Anagni. It's called Palazzo della Ragione in Corso Vittorio Emanuele, or Via Vittorio Emanuele. But today is Sunday, it's closed. It's only by mandatory booking. During the week, it's open in the morning. So today we couldn't visit. Probably we will come also some other time to visit. If you have enough time and you find it open, that's also worth a stop. Anagni, it's also very nice to visit, to just walk around the historic center. Loads of stairs, so uphill and downhill. But it's you can see it's a medieval city and very picturesque. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And for more tips on day trips from Rome and everything that you need to do to plan your trip to Rome, visit the Rome Actually, and you will see the links below.
Very quickly, I'm going to show you how to get to Anagni from Rome. Your first option and the most comfortable option is to book this tour, which I will link in the description. If you're a group of, let's say, 5, 6, 7 or 8 people, for one person it's going to be a little bit too much at £700 or euros. But if you're 8 people, it's going to be 140 euros per person. So it's worth it because it's back and forth from Rome, and it includes the entrance ticket to the museum. This is a good option if you're, let's say, a family of more than 5 people, and I will link it in the description. The second option is to go with the public transport. Recently there is a new system created that will take you from Roma Termini to Anagni city. Let's see how to get there. So to book this ticket, the train and the bus from Rome to Anagni city, you come to this website called trainitalia.com and you change the language from Italian to English. Here you write Roma Termini, which is the Termini station in Rome. Here you write Anagni city. Here, Anagni città. You choose the return ticket. Let's say we are going to book for the 14th, 9 in the morning, 14th of November. Return day on the same day we are going to return. Let's choose the return time. I'm going to say 5 in the afternoon. So let's search. Here, as you can see, it's €5.10 per person to go from Rome Termini station to Anagni city, not to Anagni station, train station, but all the way to the city. How does it work? You book it right here. From Rome Termini station, the train will take you to Anagni Fuji, and from there you will go with this bus to Anagni città or city. Very simple, and the ticket includes both of them, the bus and the train. This is the cheapest one, and it's not super difficult since you just change one vehicle from the train to the bus, and same when you come back. And I will leave this link in the description so you can book your ticket. You can create your account. This is a state-run website, or you can just, without creating an account, you can buy your tickets. And when you're ready to buy your return ticket, you just click here, and the return tickets are available on these times. As you can see, 5:55. So I will choose this and I'll click, and then I will fill this form or I will download this application, whatever works for you, and I'll buy this ticket. This is public transport, pretty easy. And if you want to drive there like I do, I suggest that you use this website, which I will link in the description. From Roma Termini, here, Roma Termini, we write train station, which is in the heart of Rome. Return car in the same location, we click that. Let's say 15th of November, we pick the car at 8 in the morning, we return the car on the same day. Not 8 in the morning obviously, but let's say 8 in the evening. Let's search and see how much it costs to go to rent a car. To rent a car like this one, Fiat Panda, it's going to cost you around, it says £11.90, so around 15 euros, considering that you have to pay also the toll road highway, around 2 euros I believe, something 2-3 euros to go and 2-3 euros to come back, and then the fuel, it's going to set you back around 30-40 euros in total to rent a car like this. And if you go with this option, make sure to record, do a video recording all around the vehicle and also inside the vehicle, so in the evening they can't charge you for the damages that are already on the car. These are the options that you have in order to go from Rome to Anagni.